Peace, peace, peace. Welcome back to another episode of 33 Hip Hop's audio visual art. That's right, I'm your host, Jim from 33, and thank you for tuning in to another week. We really appreciate the love. We really appreciate the support. And to keep everything going, we definitely need you to like, comment, and subscribe, and also support the channel in some other ways. Head over to the 33 Hip Hop merch store, cop a hoodie, cop a t-shirt, cop a mug. Anything to support the channel is well appreciated. And even if you want to sponsor an episode for your business or your video platform, whatever it is, please hit the description down low and you can find out how you can do that. And we'll definitely shout you and your platform out on the next episode, alright? But we're not going to talk too much. We're not going to waste too much time. Let's get right into this week's joint. Now, you know we can't forget about the ladies in hip-hop. Now, a few episodes back, I made it very clear that I thought Queen Latifah was the greatest lady MC of all times. And to be honest, a lot of you agreed. But those of you that didn't kept bringing up this sister's name. This Brooklyn-born MC was the first solo female rap artist to release a full-length album with her 1988 debut, Light as a Rock. She gave the game classics like Paper Thin, Roughneck, and Cha-Cha-Cha. But in my humble opinion, her most impactful hit came off her third studio album, Act Like You Know. That's right, you know who I'm talking about. None other than MC Lyte. And here she is with one of my favorite joints of all time, Poor Georgie. If you don't think that this is a classic, you're bugging. That bottle is foreshadowing.
I met him in the club hanging out one night. He said, "Hello, I'm George."
Highlight.
How's everything going, huh? How you doing? Hope everything's
This is one of those songs. It just gives you a deep feeling in your chest every time you hear it. So let's listen to Lyte. I would have to solve them.
George looked good, damn good. And if I didn't, some other girl would. In my mind, I hope for the best. Convincing myself
that this was not a test. This is the back in the days when young ladies would dress a little tomboyish, but they still were attractive. No need to be naked, but that's another story for another time. Cause I'm about to take you on a Georgie Porgy mission. They shot the video in an empty sort of junkyard or garage, but it's still aesthetically pleasing.
I gave him the number, I saw it in his eyes. She gave me the number.
I'm surprised.
Good conversation over the phone. He began to comfort me whenever I was alone. George was sweet, so nice.
Highlighting the dancers, a major part of hip hop.
George was mature. He made sure that he was the only man I'd ever adore. Girls, have you ever had
a lot of lessons in this song. This was relationship advice in the 90s. This was life advice in the 90s. Showed me respect.
He didn't have to be loyal like men should be. I don't care about the other girls, just be good to me. But if I ever saw one,
that would be the end.
He couldn't kick the storyline.
That she was just a friend.
The girls I didn't care if I don't lie. See, cause Georgie was into making young girls cry.
Kissed the girls and made them cry. One of the classic samples in hip-hop history. And the most famous sample of all. If you know music, you know whose voice that is.
George was clean, no drugs and such. But once in a while,
he drink too much.
Hanging in the club where they play rockers.
Him and his friends drinking vodka.
I was looking for him, and I found him there. With his clothes messed up and his up hair. I told him he was messing up, he wouldn't go far. He got mad and asked the strings for the keys to the car. I said, don't drive.
Use your head. Drive while you're drunk and you'll kill yourself dead. Bad word was said. Then he got kicked out by some long-haired dread.
Ran into the car as if in a hurry. He started the car,
but his vision was blurry.
He didn't care. He drove off into the night, riding for miles
without his headlights.
Georgie had too much on his mind. He was still young yet
running out of time.
Last week he took tests and the doctor told him
George had cancer in his lungs and his colon.
See when he was 12,
He started smoking when he started choking. Then Georgie, Poor G crashed into a truck.
I wish I would have told him how I liked him so much, how he made me feel with the slightest touch. Now he's gone and I can't tell him nothing. Wish he was here so I could say something. Story is not to say that I'm in sorrow, just to say
no one is promised tomorrow.
If you love someone, you should say it often.
You never know when they'll be laying in a coffin.
Wake up, it's important that you know that no one on earth is promised
Tomorrow.
Believe that.
Storytelling.
It can't happen to you.
One of the lost arts in hip-hop, but this is storytelling at its finest. And if your hip-hop music doesn't have gems in it, then it's just potato chips. It'll fill you up, but there's no nutrients. You might as well not eat it. You might as well not consume it. It's not worth it. MC Lyte, Poor Georgie. Looking back, I'm amazed at all the life lessons that were first introduced to me by MC Lyte's Poor Georgie. No one is promised tomorrow. Be conscious of your health because it'll catch up to you, or even the pitfalls of a drinking binge gone bad. Nonetheless, reflecting on the character that is Georgie in 2020, we might say, yo, this cat is speedballing. And I get it. We all go through our phases where we look back and say, damn, I was wildin'. But what do you do when the one who's wildin' out is a friend and you feel like a bystander watching them self-destruct? Now, back in the day, there was a village approach to friendships, making sure that we kept tabs on each other. But in the 2020s, when social media is supposed to bring us closer together, nowadays it seems that we're more prone to watching the oncoming train wreck than sounding the alarm to avert the crisis altogether. Now trust me, I know no one wants to be the friend who oversteps their boundaries and offers their 2 cents when nobody asks for change. However, an important question to ask yourself is if and when your friend's lifestyle leads them to a place where they can't come back from, will you be able to live with the decision of not saying nothing at all? Now, some time ago, I remember reading a quote that said, "We are all guilty of the good we choose not to do." And a quote from me is, "Regret is a mother," especially when it's over an uncorrectable mishap that a loved one got themselves into that you could have helped them avoid. At any rate, there are no clear-cut answers here, and each scenario requires a different approach. But opting to stay on the sidelines under the guise of minding your own business, just be certain that you're okay with the final outcome. Alright, y'all. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of 33 Hip Hop's Audio Visual Arts. I'm your host, Jim from 33, and if you're new to the channel and you're feeling the content, please hit that notification bell along with the subscribe button so you could keep up with the channel, so you know every week when we drop in this classic analysis of this hip-hop works of art. But before we get out of here, you know we like to clean things up with the critical thinking question of the week. And this week, we watched MC Lyte's Poor Georgie, where she had regrets about not stepping in to talk to a friend who was wilding out, and it ended in tragedy. The question is, when do you step in? Do you allow a friend to continue wilding out and not say nothing under the guise of minding your own business? Or do you step in and risk losing that friend because you may have overstepped your boundaries? I want to know how you feel about that in the comment section. Do you say nothing, or do you step in immediately to let that person know that you're wilding out? I'm looking forward to this discussion, and until next time, I'm your host again, Jim from 33. Peace.